Anyways, I cut off like, oh, we can't connect. Like, really? You can't connect. Right before I got ready to get on and do this message, I got extremely hot. Like, if I were to explain it in physics, it would be like, and I don't even know if this is a thing, but it would be like putting dry ice between two magnets, magnets of opposition. Has anybody ever tried that? I'm pretty sure that they have. Dry ice between two magnets, one positive, one negative. There is a strong magnetic attraction, and I'm talking about with you over time, over timelines. There's a masculine in the energy. This man is a time traveler. And I would like to say that it's a time traveler over, you know how we have different wealthy man. He definitely is wealthy, and he definitely is generous. That's the first card that came out. And I'm telling you, this person said that they will protect you. This person can be held in high honor. They said you're safe with them here. Okay. But this person is not this person is like a traveler of worlds. And if you think of worlds in terms of timelines, you could have been with this person in the Van Gogh era. This person could have also been an artist. This person could have drawn you here. Because I'm getting that the thoughts card from this deck. And you know, on that thoughts card, there's a picture of a woman here. So Van Gogh, and you could have died during labor and delivery, or before or prior, but I'm getting that. Or this person could have passed away on a job here, or you could have, take it as it resonates. This person has been traveling across timelines, what I'm telling you. Like, okay, so when we think of reincarnation, most of us transition from one life to another, into a different body, into a different vessel. But this person does not have a different vessel. This person has the same vessel. So this is like an actual time traveler. Okay? Despair is here. Why is the despair card about unexpected income? Why? This person in this lifetime could be an official person. They know it's you. They've been searching for you. That's all I can get from their energy right now. They've been searching for you. They've been searching for you across timelines, across time jump zones. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, pathway. And this person, I'm telling you, this person is in despair because they have searched many different pathways, and this pathway is timelines. Okay, finding you. It's like if you did pass away, if you were married to this person in the past life, and you passed away during labor and delivery, during the Van Gogh era, they were doing a lot with time travel. Just so people know that. If you passed away during this particular period, during labor and delivery, this person has, they went through a portal. They were able to access some type of time machine and go through a portal wherever your spirit portal, your spirit went through this person. Because see, just because a person you transition and your spirit goes through a portal, it doesn't mean now. For most of you that have been following me, I'm a mystic, so you know, keep up with me for a second. You go through a portal, somebody can go right through that same portal. Doesn't mean that your souls or your bodies or your vessels are going to end up in the same time zones or timelines or worlds, so to speak. Okay. So this person has been in despair. This person followed you through a portal after you transitioned, possibly. You didn't make it during labor and delivery. And this person has not been able to find you until now. You could be 35 or 32, you or this person. This could be the year 1332, 1335 as well. Yep, this is a main male here in your life, a very significant masculine energy in your life. And this person has found you in this lifetime. These cards I never want to shuffle right, man. Distant horizons and great fortune. I'm telling you, somebody was like a artist, like a starving artist or like a statue builder, a sculptor here could have been. Great fortune is here again. And I want you to see this statue and then thief here. Okay. Family room. You guys were family. You guys had a family together. This person created a statue or a sculpture here. That's a whole nother download. I don't know if that's connected or not. Ancestors are my highest good. Please protect my mind, my body, my soul, my spirit, as well as my energy as I give out this particular energy read. Ashe, thank you. Spirit guides, please guide me through this message and allow me to deliver it to the collective as clear and concisely and precisely as possible. Ashe. So might it be, and so it is. Okay. This person created a statue or sculpted a statue that is well known today, or maybe it's in some type of art museum here. This made a great fortune, but he left this behind here to follow your transition soul through a portal to find you. And I feel like it has taken this person lifetimes to find you. And this person could be a mature man now. Because again, I don't feel like when you transition from one timeline or realm or vessel to another, you transition into another vessel. For most people that have experienced reincarnation, but for this person never transitioned their soul to a different vessel. They've had the same vessel here. And because time travel could cause heavy fluctuations in ages in your age here as you travel back and forth, it could do a lot of wear and tear on your vessel here. That's why only the energy or the soul is spirit is meant to travel here. But man can also travel here. Man can also travel. You just must know the ramifications of what that does on the actual vessel. You a lot of times you travel or you time jump through any type of loops, wormholes, or portals. You have to change vessels, and it's because many different reasons. But this person was able to track you via your DNA in some type of data bank. I had something and I just, clear as day, and I just kept talking and I lost it. I kept picking up all day long, so I kept hearing Rihanna. Ever since I got up this morning or this elevated day, I've been hearing Desperado. Rihanna's song Desperado, like all day. Up until like 20 minutes ago, all day. All day, all night. I've been hearing Desperado. Okay. And then I kept hearing Methuselah. And we know that Methuselah lived beyond his years, beyond what any normal human life knows today as being able to live beyond. Also, what if a month is actually a year? So I want people to let that soak in. So if we do not look at time and we want to break time constraints here, or the fallacy of time constraints, time is just an illusion here. But we can think outside of the box for a minute. What if a month is actually a year in a person's life? So what if we do actually still live, in fact, hundreds of years? Because I keep hearing Methuselah and I keep hearing Desperado. Okay. Again, mature man is here at the bottom. Okay. So this man could be older in age and you may be younger in age. This person may have, again, been in this particular lifetime, tracked your signature here, but by the time he had made it to this timeline, again, you could be in your 30s, but this masculine could be well in his 50s. Again, mature man doesn't mean old. That just means that the time travel has war on this person's vessel here. There's something about a house, concern, courthouse, and concern. Okay. And there's that right there. Okay. This person may have expected you to look a certain way here or remembered you to be a certain way here. Okay. This person could be a King of Cups here. Give me more on this despair and its pathways. Why is this person in despair about the pathway? Oh, because his body is wore down now that he has found you. Yeah, he's concerned about it. Again, there's a lot of 33s here. 33, we got 32, 35, and 33. You could be in your 30s, very much so. And this person could be well in their 50s here. Yeah, and this person wants to court you. Okay. Now that they found you as their main female, this person has made a life for themselves. They are very generous. This person is coming up as a wealthy man. Again, this could be an official person held in high honor. They will protect you, and whatever whatever that means here. Yeah, main male, and this person has a gift for you. Gift. A gift from you, possibly from a mother of his, a grandmother, or a grandmother of yours here. Mature woman that was in bad health, that was actually an official person. Look, we over here on this channel, we just gonna have to open our minds a little bit because I know the shit that I be saying be sounding like fantasies, but I just want people to open their minds here for a minute, okay? You could have a grandmother or a mother here, strong grandmother, mature woman. That could be anybody in your family. It could be his. This person could have passed away because of bad health here. This person was an official person. And when I say official person, this means like a person, like a spy. This could be a person who worked in the CIA, worked undercover for all their life, and you never, ever, ever knew it. Never, ever, ever. And this woman, mature woman, passed away due to bad health and could have left you a great fortune here. That would have left you as a privileged lady here. Yeah. Okay. That would allow you to enter into this courtship or this wealthy woman leaving or mature woman leaving you. This would have put you in a whole different tax bracket, different class of elite, citizens. So let's just call it what it is, where you were supposed to meet this mature, wealthy man here. And for whatever reason, you didn't get it here. Yeah, you would have been a privileged lady held in high honor. This mature woman would have passed her high honor down to you, but somebody stole it. Oh, okay. I was waiting for it. I was definitely waiting for it. And somebody could be going to prison or went to prison here because of this. Yeah, a whole community. Okay. Mm-hmm. A community that was a part of this main male's community. They could be his family. Mm-hmm. Or that was expecting a community that was expecting for this main male to integrate you into his family. Yeah, that was connected to this noise. I like that. I like it. Yeah, with this unexpected income. Somebody stole money from you so they could become a wealthy man or show up as a wealthy man in the community here. Okay. Yep. They changed something, possibly a will that came from an older woman so they could become a wealthy man and just keep showing up here. And now this person is in that health. But yep, because they are in poverty. They went from a wealthy man to poverty because of this gift that they took that belonged to you. And then they got a message. Yep, that they changed something. I'm telling you that it was found out that they changed something, and this person is going through legal problems here, and they can expect that a false person, possibly a person, a copycat of yours here, pretended to be you, so they could take your money and they faked your death here. And there's fake the death, and they're also going to prison here. A false female, another main female here. This person is very concerned because they are your main male. They are very much so aware that you are their person. When I'm telling you, this person has traveled lifetimes to find you. This person couldn't bear with the despair energy. This person couldn't bear the thought of losing you here or living without you here. Okay. This person definitely followed you through a portal, but they became concerned when they couldn't follow you. And it's possible that whomever this false person is, this false wealthy man, this false copycat that stole your money in this particular lifetime from an older woman in your family, an aunt. This could be an aunt and a grandmother, sister, anything like that. Somebody older in your family, okay? This person was held in high honor. I'm definitely getting somebody like, you don't know this about this person. If you grew up, this is a grandmother or aunt, somebody you grew up around, somebody you met occasionally during family reunions or anything like that. Like you don't know that this woman had a secret life as some type of agent, some type of like secret agent. Let's just call it that. Oddly enough, this masculine, he has found you in his lifetime and he has earned his keep. That's what I'm hearing in this lifetime. He has earned the position to be high honor in whatever high honor society, an official person here. Okay. It has taken him a while to get here, but he is stable enough. And this is a person, again, he could be with the Secret Service. I'm getting Secret Service here. They will protect you here. Okay. Okay. Even though this is an older gentleman, I'm gonna tell you this: this man is BD energy. Do you hear what I'm saying? And this person said that you are safe with them. Okay, they are very generous. They want you to know that. This grandmother could have been of the Seminole tribe. Threads of karma. Step beyond comfort. Growth only happens outside the comfort zone. Embrace discomfort as a sign of progress. Again, this is this person's body wearing down on them. That's another concern of theirs because they've spent so long in the same vessel. And this person is also wondering if they switch vessels, will you recognize them? That's another thing. Recognize them as your main male. That's another concern of theirs, right? Because either way, they have a gift to give you. Also, this person could have found you in another lifetime, and before they could get to you, they realized that there had been a deviation in your timeline, meaning your pathway here. And they had to go forward into like the now, right? They had to go forward in time travel to come to this particular timeline. Because you know that is possible. We exist in all timelines at all given times. Uh, in order to obtain this gift of yours, something that was left to you because they knew he knew that something had been changed or stolen from you in this lifetime, or would be if he's coming from the past. But if he's going back to the future, y'all know how I am, bro. I talk in riddles. I'm like Rumple fucking Stillskin. Sometimes the Riddler off of Batman, that could be significant. Um, he had to come forward into this lifetime, and I could see how that could wear on the vessel very heavily. I really could. I really can. Anyways, he had to come forward into this lifetime where he had already found you in the past. Do that make sense? He had already found you in the past. Y'all were on the same timeline, but he had to come forward into the future in order to retain or get this gift back that belongs to you. Because if he didn't, you would never get this gift, have this unexpected income, and go into an elite, high honor society status that you were supposed to be in, where he was supposed to meet you. Mind you, we can't necessarily change anything, but however, in time travel, if there is any type of deviation in the natural rhythm of that particular timeline, we can go and, so to speak, because it's like not like the butterfly effect, because that wouldn't be a good example. This would be like somebody creating by someone in this particular lifetime stealing what belonged to you, that would have put you on a particular path to meet this masculine, and then y'all had a particular mission or a particular life that you were supposed to, or reuniting, right? When someone in this lifetime stole this gift from you, this false female and this false wealthy man here, when they stole this from you in this lifetime, it would have still changed the past, because in the past there would have been a deviation in the path that he knows. As a time traveler, you would know that in this particular, in the past, this X, Y, and Z was supposed to happen, right? But because X, Y, and Z didn't happen, there was a deviation in Y. Then he knows that there is in somewhere that there has been an unnatural deviation in the path. Okay, which means that something that was not meant to happen happened. If that makes sense, okay? If that makes sense. So he had to follow the deviated path, like path Y. If X, Y, Z was supposed to happen, and on Y, on point Y, I'm trying to explain time travel to y'all. Like at point Y, there he noticed that that's where the fluctuation happened. He had to follow the fluctuated or deviated path from point Y into, it could have took him in the past or future, but it took him to the future in this timeline now, right? This would be the timeline now where he followed the deviated point Y to wherever, right? To here. And he realized that the reason why something was changed, or why there was a deviation here that should have never happened, was because in this timeline, this false wealthy man and this false female stole a gift that would have put you in high honor society, that was supposed to be meant for you to meet this person. And this person could have found this out a long time ago, before, possibly before you were ever even born. I want you to hear me. Before you were ever even born into this life cycle, this person came to this lifetime here, and they have had a very long lifetime in this life. You know what I mean? In order to get to a certain state, knowing that the only way that they were going to get this particular stolen gift back from these people, and put things back in their place, so to speak, because things will never actually work out exactly how they were supposed to. Whenever there's any type of deviation, there will always be other alternate paths here, okay? Because a deviation happened, it should have never happened. If I'm making sense, bro. If I'm making sense. So this man had to come here. If you're in your 30s, this means this man has been here 50 something years. You get what I'm saying? Why his vessel would be old, and he's concerned about, he's a little bit in despair about the pathway he had to take and come here first before you were ever even born. He's older than you. He's more mature than you. He's concerned about this. He is your main male, but he had to come here way before you were born in order to live a certain life or a life path, in order to get to a status of high honor, or of official person. You get what I'm saying? He could only reclaim this gift that belonged to you if he became this official person. This is something that he knew when he first arrived here on this particular timeline. Okay, or and of course he has lived a life, because I do get that he was married, but ultimately he knew that he was always going to come across you, but there were certain, like, you had to be born. I mean, for Christ's sakes, like, I want y'all to hear what I'm saying. Like, you had to be born into this timeline. He was already here. He was already maybe a young man, a younger man, whatever the case may be. Because again, if we go back, if we go back to the time, if you both live or existed in the time of Van Gogh, you probably would have been very young, married very young here, and you died during childbirth. A lot of deaths during childbirth and child labor and stuff happened. Okay, as well as other centuries, 18th century centuries, mid centuries and stuff. But you know, this is a very wealthy man. He has worked very hard to get here. But also when he came here, because he was supposed to arrive here in this particular timeline, if there would have never been a deviation in the past or in the past present. I don't know why Divine do this shit to me, bro. This shit do not be funny. Cause I don't I can, but you know, I feel like y'all get what I'm saying. If you think about Back to the Future, Back to the Future, So anyways, he would have been born into he and you we would have reincarnated. If your life would have went the way it was supposed to in the past, you would have reincarnated, or whatever happened in the past present, it would have allowed you to reincarnate into this lifetime, into an already, let's say, silver spoon fed, where you already would have been coming from an elite society, held in high honor, main female, main male, both wealthy, both privileged, and you would have ultimately been paired together, because that is your destiny, to be paired together. Okay, but what happens is, in the past, like, if somebody alters someone's destiny, that's why I tell you, I don't fuck with people's free will. I don't do the fucking witchcraft. I don't do the spell work and stuff, because I want y'all to understand how this shit affects timelines down your generations down the line. What your generations would be you. Yeah, okay. Divine real fucking funny with this one. Like, I don't even know why they put me on the spot like this. Um, get it together. Get it together. Breathe. Breathe. Okay. So in this timeline, this example, if I could get through this quickly, because me and my riddle riffraff ass and with all this damn talking that I be doing, bro. In this timeline, right? Let's say you are born into this timeline. You're supposed to have a destiny where you're supposed to be a leader, a natural born leader here. By the time that you're 13, you're supposed to travel around the world. You're supposed to meet, because I heard also Mahabharata. You're supposed to see all the different ancient sites. You're supposed to retain the knowledge and the messages and stuff from there. You're supposed to awaken and activate different spiritual gifts. You're supposed to be all the Dalis and all the Buddhists and all the everything. You're supposed to experience all of that. So by the time you hit 18, you will automatically become a great leader, right? But let's say in this lifetime, somebody tries to destiny swap with you. So what ends up happening is, when they try to destiny swap with you, of course, they are forcing themselves into your destiny, your free will here, which causes a deviation in your particular timeline. Because if they are forcefully trying to enter into, or actively living in your destiny, it forces you off of the natural path. Okay, I like to call it the divine path, the organic path. Okay, it forces you off of that. It creates a deviated path. It puts you on a timeline or a life path in this particular timeline that you were never supposed to meant to live. So when you were supposed to meant to be live wealthy, silver spoon, born, bred, fed, all that, and have a certain elite life when you hit 18, and be held in high honor, high status, high society. By the time you're 18, somebody's stepping into your destiny or trying to steal your destiny. It creates a deviated path, and it puts you on the path of poverty. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so You're on a life path of poverty. Now you're on this deviated path. You were never supposed to live a path of poverty, right? So let's say on this path on the path, if you would have lived your original organic path, your destiny path in this lifetime, if somebody would have interfered, you were supposed to come across all these different people whose lives you were supposed to affect, who you were supposed to heal, who they were supposed to heal, and all of that, because we think that one deviation it is just that. No, one fluctuation in any timeline. This is why you don't change shit in time travel. One fluctuation changes everything, because now you are not on this original organic path that you were meant, that was already predestined for you to be on. I want you to hear me, right? But it does get better. It gets better. So you didn't heal this person, so this person died. In turn, that person didn't go on to live and heal thousands of other people. So all these thousands of other people died. Do you see all the different fluctuations and deviations of one path that was deviated? It wasn't supposed to be, right? So it affected all these others down the line. You see what I'm saying? All these people you were supposed to meet, that were supposed to meet you, they never met you. So what was meant to happen, it never fucking happened. But there's always the echo. I call it the ripple, right? The wave, okay? The you know, the divine wave, okay? Because if you throw a pebble into a fucking river or into a standing any type of standing water, it creates a ripple, and that ripple ripples out infinitely, right? So when a deviation happened on your divine path, your destined path, whether it be present, future, or past, it created a ripple. This ripple still, even if you're on the path of poverty and you were supposed to be on a path of wealth, the ripple will ripple across whether you're on a path line of poverty or whether you're on the path line of wealth. Do that make sense? The ripple will still be the same. It will ripple across the wealth line, and it will ripple across the poverty line. Eventually, how the divine Most High God works is from your deviated path of poverty. This wave will come in. We can call it frequencies. We can call it vibrations. We can call it awakening. We can call it healing. We can call it whatever we want to, right? This wave will come through on the timeline of poverty that you were never meant to be on, and it will allow for you to surf that fucking wave back onto your divine or organic path, the predestined path that you were always meant to be on. You will still come back to that, but there will be so many fucking fluctuations, deviations, and so many lives and shit fucked up in a balance, right? When you come back to that particular timeline, things will be changed, right? But still, the wave still exists, and we can still you ride the wave off of this fluctuated or deviated path back onto your original path here, and on the original path it's not going to be the same. But no more words. Sometimes all I have is hand gestures to explain. Like, I have an illustration in the past video. I talked about the organic path, and I talked about the bumping of the two atoms, okay? The ripple created the deviated path of the Eve and the serpent and the fucking snake in the Garden of Eve. Okay, so, if you want to go back and watch that, you can. I definitely don't want to go back all the way back to that particular video here. And I drew it, on screen, so people know I'm not faking. I didn't look this shit up. This is not something that I'll fathom in my motherfucking head. But if only. Whatever the mind can conceive, it can achieve type of shit. I don't know who said that, but somebody said it, Anyways, so this masculine, when he got here in this timeline, because he was already entering into a present moment, which would be now, or future moment, which would be from where y'all came from. He knew that there would be a lot of deviations in his path in order for him to get to elite status, official person, okay, high on a person. He knew he was going to have to go through a very long road, which should have been a short road. He should have been born into it, but he was going to have to, now that has been stretched out because of all the deviation here, all the fucking detours here off of the original path, the original map roadway or GPS roadmap, if that makes sense. So he has lived a particular life, but it has very much so did a lot of wear and tear on his body here, on his vessel, okay? He's very much so in despair about the pathway that he has had to take in order to find you here. But he got to his high honor, okay? He got to be an official person. He's the main male here, and he has a gift for you. His only thing is that he's in despair because of his vessel, okay? He is the main male. And he's wondering if you're going to recognize him as your main male if he's in his fucking 50s and you're in your 30s, which I don't see anything wrong with that. He could be in his 60s and you can be in your 30s. I don't know. I don't know the details of it here. There is something here about a gift that you were supposed to get when you were 17 here, 17 years old, right prior to your 18th birthday here, from a grandmother or an aunt or a long distant relative that is a mature woman that worked in the Secret Service, who was held in high honor, that passed something down to you because she, and working in the Secret Service, they are fucking fully aware of time travel. They do it. They do it. They fucking do it, bro. I wouldn't be able to fucking talk about it if it like this. Anyways, they do it. They are aware of this shit in Secret Service, and she already knew that you. It's like it's because she is the mature woman. She would have already met this man. That's your main person. This is your person. Like this is your, and I'm gonna get into the details of it. But this is your person. So when he came into this lifetime, he would have been a younger masculine, but he met this mature woman, okay, that is related to you when they both were young. So he had already made her aware. So she had to take the deviated path. She probably could have wanted to become a fucking nurse or some shit like that. Work as a candy striper, be in the war, in the army or something like that. But she realized, based off of this main male, this time traveler, when he found her, he explained to her that the timelines had been deviated, okay, because of something that was fucked with in this lifetime that was not supposed to be meant to be fucked with here, okay. And there has to be a greater purpose for this, okay, greater purpose than just giving you a gift and this person meeting you and y'all getting married. Y'all have to have a more significant role in this particular lifetime, or in this realm here, however you want to call it, for this person to go so hard, okay. So this woman took the deviated path and became a Secret Service agent, which she got held in high honor. She became a wealthy woman. She became a privileged lady, and she left something to you. So it would allow you, that would be considered the ripple, if I'm making sense. The ripple don't always look like the ripple. That will be considered the ripple, or the frequency that would allow you to still come off of that deviated path of poverty and back onto your original divine path of wealth. I smoke a lot when I get like this, y'all. So bear with me. Trigger warning, 18 plus. I smoke cigarettes over here, bro. So it is what it is. Okay. Okay. With this step beyond comfort, we're talking about the deviated path here. You may have gotten into a path where you are comfortable, or you were forced to be comfortable in a life of poverty, but you knew you were always meant for better. You may be a person who didn't grow up with much here, but as you grew older, you like very exclusive, authentic, like you could be like me, like you like like you like the one of a kind boutique type of shit. You don't want to buy or be in the trend of having everything that everyone else has. If everybody's going with this trend, you don't do that. You like the one of a kind. You're very much so like you'll save up a lot of money because you could have came from a lack lifestyle in this lifetime, or a lack background, and you could be the type of person that saves up money to buy really extravagant and expensive things, right? You could be known as bougie here. You could be known as uppity as well. Because of this type of things, that people may think that you're too good or you forgot where you came from type of shit. But that's because the ripple, it's because the ripple is rippling through your body, if that makes sense here. The ripple is rippling through your body, the frequency, the vibration of your original path, okay? That is, it is drawing you to these extravagant things, this type of lifestyle, this eliteness that you were originally meant to be. And this is why. And this is because somebody fucked with your fucking destiny in this particular lifetime, okay? And it could have been in a past, present time. So, because when I say past, present, like, I want y'all to understand, like right now we're living in the present, right? But in the future, this will be the past. So I'm in the present, the past present. Okay. If I go into the future, I will be in the present future. Do that make sense? Okay. So this person has went through a lot to find you. And now that they found you, they very much so are enthralled by you. That's what I'm hearing here. This person is very generous to you. They have a gift for you, but they also want to give you all of, or pretty much most of what they have earned here in this lifetime as well. Um, there's some type of blocking to a swords energy here. Something you don't see, something that I heard is formidable. I don't even know why I'm using that because I would have to look up the definition of that. I'm not even lying, y'all. I'm not even lying. So we do have two. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. Something is being withheld from you seeing. If you have the gift of sight, something is not, you're not being allowed to see something. Something is being withheld here. Four of Pentacles, Two of Swords. Possibly about your future with that Ace of Wands energy. Right. So this is another reason why this person is concerned and in this. They're not in despair. They're in despair, but they're more so concerned. Okay, now that they found you, they're no longer in despair, but they're still concerned because there is something greater that you two are meant to do. But when this person comes into connection with you, the problem stands here, and this is why we don't fucking destiny swap, my good people. The thing is, one, will you recognize him as your main male? Will it awaken certain memories within you to know that he's from your past and he is actually still in the same vessel and he traveled here? Which would mean it will awaken everything to you that he has time travel, and you would realize that if he time traveled to you in the same vessel in this particular timeline, right, through all these pathways, all these portals, all these timelines, that something must have happened. This is going to bring up or raise a level of awareness or despair or concern with you, which will which if you have the gift of sight or anything like this, can also awaken spiritual gifts. When you come into connection with this person, you're going to see into the future. And maybe there were certain children prospects here that I'm supposed to be that I'm supposed to be prospects that I'm supposed to say or something like that, that were meant to be born, that were already supposed to be born, but they were not born here. You are a very action driven type of person. You're gonna fucking do something about it here. Very swords energy, Queen of Swords here. You could be a Queen of Swords, very action driven here. You are going to want to do something about it too, thinking that you can counteract that. But the more you try to counteract what was already meant to be and try to make it happen now instead of later here or never, because that's a possibility that these children prospects that were supposed to be born with this man already, that there's a possibility that they may not even be born through you at all. Like you may be barren in this, and I don't want to be mean here, but it's just the possibilities. The possibilities are endless here, right? Oh Lord, this is why time travel is very, very, very difficult. You got to be very analytical, very strategic here. And you are action driven, action force, action packed type of person. You're going to want to do something about it. But the moment that you decide to do something about it, it causes another deviation. You get what I'm saying? Even the thought of doing something about it can cause a deviation. Even the thought form of taking action to stop something or prevent something from happening or make something happen that should have happened but it's no longer, even the thought form could cause a deviation in the path. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Change. Yep, Nine of Wands. It would only further cause a deviation, and it would wound or injure more people or cause more damage with that Nine of Wands energy. And this is what this person is also concerned about with you, because this person knows you, your soul, you're the remnants of your soul, who you are. They still remain, even if you change the vessel. They still remain, right? They still remain. You may not have been an air sign in your past life. They could have been a moon. Your moon could have been an air sign or anything like that, right? Maybe they didn't even fucking acknowledge zodiacs back then, which they did during the era of Van Gogh, but whatever, right? Again, fire. Because I was gonna say you could have been a fire sign in the past life, but that's also that Nine of Cups, because you like to get your way. And the reason why you're like this, you're very action driven, because you like the type of person where if you want something, you're going after it. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, you just want it and you're gonna get it. Like, there's no other way. But the reason why is the frequency of the ripple of the original path you were supposed to be on. That's why, right? But still, though, the ripple is there for you. But whatever this gift is, this could be, again, synonymous or for the ripple here that will allow you to still come back into this path that you were originally meant to be on. But the moment that you do that, he's worried about the moment that he does that, it will awaken you in such a way, spiritual gifts, certain things, memories, everything. And it will force you, you will awaken this drive within you that says that I got to make things right. I got to, because we do that. We are fallible as humans, right? We do that, always wanting to change the outcome of certain things when it is already been spoken that the outcome shall be this here, okay? So maybe, what, I don't know what the case is, but we're going to see here. He's also thinking about changing vessels. So if you don't know that you can do that actively in this lifetime, like, there are plenty of cultures that can do that. Uh, Memories. I look. Wish fulfillment, Nine of Cups with the memories. I'm telling you, this is what he worried about. This person has already found you. They've been and found you. They could have even known when you were born. Like, this, I know this sounds creepy, right? This sounds fucking creepy as fuck. Because this person would have been like late teen years here when you possibly were born. Okay, possibly, or something like that. And I know it sounds fucking weird. So it's not like this person went to approach you as a child. This is like somebody watched you your whole entire lifetime. And it was very hurtful for this person to watch you go through a path of poverty, knowing that that was never your destined path. That was very hurtful, okay? Very, very damaging to this person, knowing how much love that they have carried over lifetimes and timelines for you, okay? Very hurtful. I cannot make it up. Lack and doubt. That was very hurtful. Very hurtful. So this person has been again, if this person is an official person, somebody in the military here, this person been watching you. Like, this person has watched your whole entire lifetime. They watched how shitty you've been treated. They watched how, again, you go through a lifetime of poverty here, lack, a lot of doubt, a lot of unsurety here. This person could have worked in his early 20s as a surety bondsman here. Some type of Bell's bondsman here. Then worked his way into the police force possibly, and then to a detective here, military, secret service, anything like that. I am not about to say that. Judgment. Then this person was a judge here. This person is high. He held in high honor. I'm telling you, this is an official person. And he knew he had to work extremely hard. I want you to please appreciate that, right? And I want you to remember that when you come into connection, when this person brings you this gift, because let's say this person comes to your door, knocks on your door and say that they have some type of will for you, or money or something, hidden inheritance, a trust fund for you or something like that. Your soul is going to remember this person. It doesn't matter. Your soul is going to remember this person as your main male. It is going to awaken memories, but I want you to remember and not let go of the thought that this person has worked so hard to get here and that you cannot change anything. You must take this gift and you must move forward. However you decide to move forward, you choose not to deal with this person, you choose to deal with this person, okay? And maybe it's weird or creepy for you, maybe it's not. You must take this gift and you must continue on the path that you're already on. Again, this gift will allow you to step into the elite leadership role status that you were always meant to be in. But do not use this money. And I repeat, do not use this money because you are a stubborn. You have you could be like heavy fixed sign, very stubborn in your ways here. Do not try and go and change anything or offset anything. It will only create further deviations. And what was meant to be that possibly you'll find out that is delayed even further. Whatever it is, if you try to change it, you could deviate the path in such a way where it will never be in this lifetime. I pray I'm making sense. Six of Swords. Get this gift and keep moving forward. Move on to calmer waters here. Continue on your path on. Because that's kind of hard for me to say. This is kind of hard for me to say. Knight of Pentacles. And this person has been sitting with this for a very long time. A very long time. But with this one here, him showing up under one and the main male, with this being the year one here, or we're almost here. Spring can be very significant here. The spring equinox. This is like a new beginning here, but words are very tricky, especially English words. They are very tricky. Because when I'm talking in terms of like time travel, like it's so hard to invest in an oscillator. Invest in building you an oscillator. Only my opinion. Okay. Yeah. Stability, harmony, and balance. You will be brought back into the state that you were always meant to be in. It's just that things will be delayed or they will be stretched out into a later date here. Because I'm hearing some shit like you may have a child at 80. And no, we're not talking about the Bible here. Listen. The cycle of whatever you're going through, poverty, what you were never meant to go through, it is over now. We are in the year one, okay? You are in your North Node, okay? You have made it. So now this person knows that it is safe to approach you because if you made it to your North Node, then you know the ins and outs, the do's and don'ts, at least the basics of it, right? You know the basics of it, right? And so, yeah. This is giving me like you're free to go. The opportunities are going to be endless here with you. Right? Because this person has been longing for you in this separation. Just think about it. Spending lifetimes looking for a particular soul. You meet people, yeah, you dibble and dabble, and maybe not, you know. I don't feel that way about this person at all. Like, not saying that they haven't. It's just more so like, you know, it's just like passing by type of shit, you know. But everything reminded them of you. Okay? Detachment and code. Why? Decision. This person is worried that you're going to detach from them. That you're going to make the decision to detach from them, possibly because of age here. Or you make the decision to detach here in the autumn time. Because of deception here. Deception possibly from this false wealthy man and this false wealthy woman, or this false woman, feminine energy. What's that deception? Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, ancestors of my highest good. What's the deception? What's the deception? This person thought that you weren't going to make it to your North Node and they could not interfere. Like, oh, what a difficult thing to do. Or watch. Or witness. This person may know several languages as well. Several. Mm, deception and toxicity. This person damn sure was worried that you were dead. I'm telling you, because this when this person finally, again, this person has watched you throughout your life here, and when this person finally, when you are finally there in the energy of stability and freedom with this full energy here, very stable, Four of Wands here, like you had it all together here, something occurred, and this is another consequence. This is like another deviation of whatever it is that these two false people did in your life here. Whatever they stole, it caused a deviation for you to be forced or pushed into a path of being detached and cold, possibly around the autumn time. This could be in any year here, okay? Because of deception here, you were in a lifestyle of toxicity. And again, this person could never interfere and say, hey, this is not where you're meant to be. Go this way. They can't do that. People, time travelers can't do that. They can, but they aren't supposed to. It could wipe their whole existence away. Little do people know, because again, in the future, though the generations, our generations in the future, those are us today. That's just us in a reincarnated life cycle. For those of us that have to come back, for those of you that have to come back here in the future, you are your generations. Okay, in the past, you were your ancestors. Do that make sense? Okay, 12 archetypes. That's all I got to say. Look it up. 12 archetypes. It'll tell you a lot of what you need to know and explain more in depth of what I'm saying here. Okay? And you are your ancestors and you are your generations. That makes sense? So when, again, with the deviated paths, when you think that you are just doing something in this lifetime, and you think, hey, I'm not fucked up about it. Like you only live once. No, you live many motherfucking times. Especially if it's karma or curses or hexes, you gotta fucking play out and serve out, or like a spiritual jail or anything. You have to serve out specific terms of probation in spiritual jail, or and repeated life cycles here. You become your future generations that bear the burden of your curse that you have accumulated, or generational curse that you have made or accumulated in this lifetime. Do that make sense? We got a divine masculine in the reverse. And also, if he would have, let me see, I'm going to make sure. It's possible that if he would have interfered, it would have caused him to take on some karma and go from, he was a divine masculine when you were in toxic, detached lifestyles and deception and toxicity and shit like that. But if he would have interfered, it could have possibly turned him into a divine masculine in the reverse here. Okay, these are how these things work. These are how these things work. You can look it up on any type of science, anything, website, anything. You can go, if you know people, anybody that deals in quantum mechanics, any type of things like that, quantum fields. Here we're talking about any energetic fields. They are going to, well, they may, if they cool enough with you. There's some shit that they just take a vow of silence to never tell people, even if you're a family, close friend, their lover, their wife, their husband. There. Again, I want to refer back to the mature woman that lived a Secret Service life that none of you knew anything about. Maybe, nobody. Again, you're an air sign. This masculine could be an air sign, okay? An unexpected storm here. I'm telling you, like you, whomever you are, you have a heavy air in your chart. Heavy air. Heavy air. And I'm telling you, karma, balance, and justice. I'm telling you, it's like you could stay on your path and it will balance itself out. You can stay on your deviated path, you get this gift and you continue. It'll balance things out, right? That's justice. But you can take this gift and you can try and change things. This will cause another deviated path, therefore offsetting karma, karmic debt in your particular lifetime. Okay? Okay. Child, nobody worried about that. Yeah. Look, past, lack, and suffering. Okay? with this. I'm telling you what I love. How's this idiot telling me to go to sleep when you're on my channel? Boy, if I, anyways. Okay. Anyways. Idiot. Idiot. Because literally I'm talking about shit that's on TV and I'm a witch. And I need to go to sleep, but you're on my channel. Earth is significant. This person could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. This could just be Ace of Pentacles. Past lack. Again, this could be you having a deviated path of being in poverty here in the past. Lack, suffering here because of this Ace of Pentacles that you were meant to get. Okay? Through the justice system. Through some type of forms of means of being passed down to you by a mature woman. Again, this person been watching you for a very long time. Secret admirer. This is a wealthy man. And again, he's watched you be in this energy of being single, non-committal here. He's watched your new beginnings with everything. Look, I just don't want to make it creepy because I don't know if he's going to tell you this. I don't feel like that he's going to want to really withhold anything, but also some things that must be withheld. You see what I'm saying? There are so many deviated paths here on your path, like it don't make no sense. Like it's so many deviated paths, like and what they look like is like this. Okay, not like an L, but like if you wanted to make an uppercase L, but it kind of, it kind of veers off to the right and this way, cat corner, if that makes sense. The deviated paths look like that. What I keep seeing in my head. Okay. Yeah, this person that saw your I'm not trying to be mean, but this person that saw all the different intimate moments that you have had, okay, and they regret that. They regret that, okay? They regret, kind of violating your safety and comfort zones here. With this ex-lover here, this ex-lover is possibly also this divine masculine in the reverse, that false wealthy person here. But again, they knew that they couldn't change anything here. Right. Because they were lusting after you. And they knew that divine timing. And that ripple could also be synonymous to divine timing here. Okay? Divine timing. I'm telling you. And you're going to hear from this person. This person has been admiring you. They said that they're sorry here. You're going to be very shocked, possibly heartbroken here. That this person was so elusive here during your time of toxicity. Like they've actually watched you do this. Like, again, you don't never know who's watching, collective. And again, for those of you that need to know, I still believe firmly, heavily, wholeheartedly in the Most High God. Just because I'm a person that believes in any type of mysticism, quantum physics, quantum mechanics, we're talking about time travel here, doesn't mean that I don't believe in God, because God created everything. So, it's just when man, of course, being man, always tries to take God's work into his own hands and create a superficial version of it. We get what we call as unnatural time travel, where they go back and forth into time and try to change things, and it deviates the divine predestined path here that the Most High God has already mapped out and planned. But because God is the ultimate creator and has already foresaw certain things, he created what is also known as the reverberation or the ripple here that will allow us to ride the waves in or out, back onto or off of a certain path. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, facade and beliefs in the reverse. Okay. This person is not wearing a mask when they come towards you. This person could be very grounded here. They may find you very earthy as well. Like you could be air, earth. This person could be earth, fire. Or you could be like air, fire. This person could be like earth, fire. Remember when I said in the beginning something like opposite magnets, the opposite ends of magnets attracting, but there being like a block of dry ice in the middle of it. And I don't know what that does here. But it's almost like where you two may defer, but that's the part of you that needs this person to be completed here, where you may be very action driven here, and you may kind of like, I'm gonna say it, fly off the handle here. When you want something, that's it, right? If that's it, you go after it. There is no if, ands, or buts about it here. This person is more grounded and stable. They actually think things through here. So this is where you may defer, but this is also where you attract as opposites, because this person is teaching you how to ground your thoughts, and therefore guide your actions in a more suitable manner for you in the future. Does that make sense? Okay, through the separation here, this person is not wearing a mask. This person is longing for you, longing for a reunion here. Yeah, with a Two of Cups here. With a Two of Cups, okay? And this person is being guided by their spirit guides, okay? Yeah, it came right back out. Reunion, okay? This person also could have heavy Leo in their chart, or they just know that you're it for them here with the Hermit. Okay, another Earth, more Earth. Yeah, this person loves you very, I mean, like, again, this person's can have like a Leo and Venus, or Venus in Leo. So that's very passionate, very action driven as well, with that air energy. Like it's like your air, you think a lot, right? You think a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. But with that fire being heavily aspected in your chart, like if you're air fire, that a fire is your driving force here, and your driving force may be like Leo, very fixed sign, very fixed, like, you know, you're determined, and there's nothing nobody can do about it. But also, it's gonna be a good and a bad thing, but this person is very grounded, where they can teach you how to console that type of impulsiveness here. Mm. This person been watching you, and they worry when they find out, that when you find out or they tell you, you're going to release them. Okay. Yeah, but you had a breakthrough here, or there will be a breakthrough. Give me more on these false people. Your false person may be an earth sign too, towards Virgo, Capricorn. Higher self. Celebration gifts. Give me more. One or two more. This person could be a water sign here. Ace of Cups. No, I said on the false people. Please and thank you.